Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be checking out Lawrence Taylor. Yeah, you guys have been telling me to check out this man. He's a linebacker, and from what you guys said, he's one of the greatest linebackers of all time, or probably the greatest. This should be fun. This video says the most intimidating player in NFL history. So I can't wait to check this one out. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you love this reaction, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Let's get right into it.
April 28th, 1981.
The New York Giants, first round selection. Lawrence Taylor, linebacker, North Carolina.
Little did they know, he was going to become the most dominant defensive player of all time.
Oh god. The guy looks scary. What the hell?
The dude's career started off legendary. On his draft night, he claimed he drank 41 beers. That's insane. It had to be crazy.
You have to celebrate. You have to celebrate. I mean, when you are drafted to professional sports, automatically your life has changed. Everything has changed at that point. So can you really blame him?
Night on top of the fact that he didn't even play football until 11th grade. And now he was the number 2 overall pick. The Saints, who held the number 1 pick, said that they weren't going to take him, and they decided to go with the cleaner player, which ironically ended up being a bad move. The Saints pick wasn't a bad player. He was actually pretty decent. He had a few thousand-yard seasons, not too shabby. But he's not a Hall of Famer, let alone the most dominant player of all time. So Lawrence Taylor was a 3-4 outside linebacker, mostly specialized in rushing the quarterback. He was bigger than most linebackers, and faster than them too. It didn't matter who offenses tried to block him with, he was either too quick, too powerful,
Too big.
or both. Teams changed their entire blocking schemes when they would play him. So this one time, Buddy Ryan, who coached the Eagles at the time, decided to call a play that would crack Lawrence Taylor. And it worked perfectly. Well, that was the problem. Rule number 1, don't piss off Lawrence Taylor. The next 2 plays ended with 2 sacks by Taylor and the quarterback Ron Jaworski hobbling around. Jaworski over time feared LT. This poor dude had to face him twice a year. Jaworski said that he made sure he always knew where he was during the play, but wouldn't dare make eye contact. When LT was asked in an interview, "Did you ever make eye contact?" he said, "Once. I winked." Lawrence Taylor knew he could get into the head of opposing players. They come to the line of scrimmage, and the first thing
I don't know. I just love these linebackers for some reason. I don't know why. Like the whole, though the position that I enjoy watching the most are the running backs, the people that are running, and wide receivers. I enjoy that part of the game. But for some reason, I enjoy watching these linebacker videos. Like, I don't know, I'm always laughing throughout. It's actually funny when you see a beast of a man actually bully another beast of a man as well. Like, all these people are beasts, but you see another person that is a bigger beast, or a more beast, or a better beast.
they do is start looking at me. I know, and they know. When they find me, they start screaming, 56 left, 56 left. After the play was over, I'd come up to them and whisper, "Don't worry where I am. I will tell you when I get there."
Jeez.
Not only was he a complete freak of nature
cold.
physically, but he just was insanely reckless and a hardcore partier. He would show up to practice reeking of booze, and to counteract the stench, he would down an entire bottle of Scope. An entire bottle of mouthwash? That's gotta be worse for you than the actual drinking itself. One of the craziest things about this dude...
Wait. What? Mouthwash? I mean, is that supposed to be a flex? I don't understand. You guys help me down in the comments because I don't understand that part. I really do not. Mouthwash, down it. You're supposed to drink it and spit it out, right? So why is it downing it? Does it make people high? Oh, don't tell me something I may not know. Does it make people high? Does it? I think I'll have to test this thing out. That stuff is so expensive these days in my country. I'm too broke.
Said starting his rookie year, he smoked an ounce of crack every single day. He would spend thousands of dollars every single day on it.
What?
To pass a drug test, he would have teammates give him urine samples, which, ironically, tested positive twice for 2 teammates giving him positive samples.
There were times I'd be
Wait,
sitting.
1K a day. I hope he did not get broke when he retired though. That is too much. I know they are paid millions of dollars a year, but spending 1K a day on crack or whatever he was taking, that is too much.
Standing in the huddle, and instead of thinking what defense we were playing, I'd be thinking about smoking crack after the game.
Well, you gotta understand though, it didn't affect my play.
He
Obviously.
wasn't lying. To start off his career, he went to 10 straight Pro Bowls, having 7 seasons in a row with double-digit sacks, including 20.5 sacks and the NFL MVP in 1986.
NFL
Crack and
MVP.
cocaine didn't slow LT down. Well, neither did injuries apparently. I made a video about how tough Jack Youngblood was, but this is pretty ridiculous as well. Playing against the New Orleans Saints, LT came off the edge, but as one of the offensive linemen he had beaten fell down, he brought his weight down on Taylor's arm, which ended up tearing a muscle in his shoulder. Clearly in a ton of pain, LT was not going to be denied the opportunity to play, even if it meant playing with basically one arm. So the trainers strapped it up as best they could and sent him back out on the field.
When you can rush 3 linemen and Lawrence
at
Taylor,
that.
it's like rushing 5.5 people.
Look at that. He's
One of the
even
intangible
seeing who
factors of a
shit.
dominant team, especially a defense, is intimidation. Jerry Sizemore, a former offensive tackle of the Eagles, in a New York Times article said, "There were many sleepless nights. You played New York twice a year. Towards the middle of the week, something would just come over you and you just start sweating." My last year in the league, opening day, he just looked at me and laughed. Right there, I thought I had to get out of this game. The dude ended up quitting after that season.
What?
In the same interview, he also said, quote, "I'm glad that LT was on the left side and that I was on the right, so I could play as long as I did." The last thing I gotta talk about is LT's most famous play. Even though I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, I'm just gonna say this now. Discretion is advised.
Fleet Flicker back to Theismann. Theismann's in a lot of trouble. And it was Lawrence Taylor who slammed Theismann to the ground at the 42-yard line. The blitz was on.
Okay. Yeah, that's serious injury. No. That's serious injury.
LT completely snapped the man's leg.
Yeah.
One of the most gruesome injuries in NFL history. Could you just imagine being Joe Theismann's backup, going in after that play?
Oh, no, please don't hurt me.
This sort of thing is why quarterbacks feared this dude so much. Former NFL defensive back Beasley Reese told the New York Times, "I've seen quarterbacks look at Lawrence and forget the snap count." One opposing quarterback finding himself under
I saw that particular scene in the video that I watched, career-ending injuries. Man, that was intense.
center before the snap, unable to locate Taylor, out of fear, called a timeout rather than run the play, only to find Taylor standing on the sidelines.
You guys tell me, who do you think is more intimidating, Dick Butkus or Lawrence Taylor? I don't know. This video of Lawrence Taylor, I think it's Dick Butkus in my opinion. At least from the video I watched about, at least the 2 videos I've watched. Maybe at the end of the day, it depends on the context in which the video shows you. But in terms of the video, I think it's Dick Butkus. But this Taylor guy, especially injuring that guy, and it was like a career-ending injury. I could understand why it was the most intimidating, because imagine if I was playing in the NFL, that is one of the main things that would be in my head, not getting injured. I'm telling you, and I think that would have made me a very terrible player, because my whole mind would be not hurting myself. So maybe that would have made me to be a tentative player. I wouldn't, give 100% and all that. But this was tough, man. This was tough. This guy was a beast. a real beast. Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Any other suggestions for me, put it down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.